Alright, so to put your box together, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a scrap of paper, that's to put glue on, a couple of rubber bands, some PVA glue. You'll need a piece of paper towel that is folded up and damp, and you'll need the bits of your box. And the first thing you're going to want to do with that box is make sure that you have all of the pieces. And the best way to do that is just to lay them all out. Now, once you've got all your pieces out, you are going to do a dry, I guess you call it a dry clamp up, if you were a woodworker. But you're just going to do a dry assembly, so that means no glue. And the reason is you want to make sure you've got all the right pieces, because sometimes pieces can look really similar and they're not the same piece, or you've got the orientation wrong. So you're like, I've got the orientation wrong here, that piece, that needs to be the other way around. Yep, there we go. And this front piece needs to be in that orientation. And my top piece, which never gets glued in on this box. And then what you want to do, just hold it together with a rubber band and pick it up and have a look at it. Cool, so I'm satisfied with that. That's what the box is supposed to look like. So I can take that rubber band off and I can take that box apart, but keep it in the orientation that it needs to be glued in. Right, just like that. And now it's really important, a bit of glue. And I'm going to need something to spread the glue. I've just got a piece of, I think that's a cue card that I cut and folded over. Now it's really important, when you're gluing the box, you want to apply glue to all of the low spots of those finger joints, so that when you glue the box together, right, those fingers and those rebates, they sit together with a little bit of glue in them. So the first thing I'm going to do is put glue in this base piece, and you can see I'm just spreading a little bit of glue. Doesn't need to be a huge amount, just in those low spots. And I'm going to do that all the way around the base. Okay, so now that I've glued up my base, I can pop that down and I can choose the next piece that I want to put glue on. So I like to work with like a back long piece and then a corner piece, because then two pieces are sort of holding together and the whole thing kind of self-supports. It would be really difficult to like glue on the front and the back at the same time and just expect them all to stay there. So you can see I've plonked the back on, and now I'm going to go for this side piece. Yep, and that's really all there is to it. I'm just going to keep gluing in all the other pieces. So this is the sort of divider piece. Going to glue that in. Alright, so I've got the sides and the bottom of my box and the divider together, and now I'm going to place the top in there. Now I needed to make sure that I didn't have any glue in that top, because this top is not glued in. It is held in with these little T's and bolts that you'll see in a little bit. But anyway, really important that that doesn't get glued in, but it's there to hold the box into its proper shape so that that top piece will drop in and out. So now take a rubber band, and you can either use one rubber band to clamp the whole box together, like that, or you can use two, crisscrossing. Either's fine, whatever's going to work for you. If you're having trouble with the one rubber band, grab another one. And then take your wet paper towel and just use it to clean up all of that glue squeeze out. So you don't really want little pieces of glue on the outside of your project, so wipe them off. Alright, and finally, wash up your work area. So just get all the glue off your work area, right? You can plonk that bit of paper towel in that bit of paper, and you can give that to somebody else who's gluing up, or you can throw it in the bin. But that's the box. So that is finished. It's held together by that rubber band, and in 18 to 24 hours, that glue will have cured and reached its full strength.